Hey guys, we are doing page 19 and 20 in our Your Journeys workbook today. So I will give you a couple clues, but I think it's going to be kind of a fun, easy page for you. So we are going to be using our basic spelling words, okay, which is the top section there. We are not using our challenge words, so we're going to be using these. All right, and then they are going to be sorting them with the different sounds. So spelling words that have the j, like j, and then the s sound. So we're going to hear that, okay? Let's look at our first one. It says, write the basic words that use the letter J to spell the sound j, j. So I'm looking for words that start with the j sound. Let's read through all of our words that we can use. So the first one is age, space, change, jawbone, jacket, giant, pencil, circle, once, large, dance, jeans, bounce, and huge. So did you see any words that have the j, j sound at the beginning? Okay. I saw jawbone, and that one has the j, j sound. Okay, you have to be careful because sometimes it might have the different sound, like I noticed. Let's highlight here. First of all, we're using the letter J here. Okay, but when I get down here, you're using the letter G to make the J sound. So just be careful that you're up on top, you're using the letter J to spell the J sound, and then the next one, you're using the letter G. Okay, and then I get to number 3, and it says, use the letter sound to spell the sound S, and then S, and then the basic word letter C to spell the word S. So sometimes letters can sound the same. All right, so if I'm using J for the J sound, we said that we would do jawbone, okay? That would be one of our words, okay? I'm not going to do a lot of these together because I know you can find them, okay? And then if I'm looking for, in the next section, if I'm looking for the letter G to spell the sound of J, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw the word giant, and I knew that that was using the G to make the J sound. So that would be one of my words that would go here, okay? Going to be seeing a bunch of those, okay? And one thing that's important is the G sound is not always at the beginning of the word, okay? It's oftentimes in the middle of the word. And in fact, on every other one that you're going to write here, the G is not in the beginning, okay? Number 3, it says write the basic word that uses the letter S to spell the sound S. There's only one of those, so I'm not going to do that one. I want you to find it. And then I have the basic words that uses the letter C to spell the S sound. So like when I see circle, okay, right here, that uses the C to make that S sound, circle. Okay, so I can write that down. And once again, that is not always at the beginning. So you're going to look for that C in the middle of the word as well. And there are 6 of those, okay? And we are going to do this part. It just is asking you to circle a letter, okay? But read what it says. You're going to circle a certain letter in the word that makes one of this week's spelling words, okay? So figure that out. And then when you are ready, meet me on page 20. All right, here we go. So we are going to be talking about how good writers use descriptive language so that people want to read what they're writing, okay? So we're going to be using a convincing voice. We want to add more details to it, okay? It says good writers of opinion paragraphs use a convincing voice. They're trying to convince you about what they're writing about. If you provide interesting details, your opinion will be stronger and more convincing. We're going to compare 2 sentences. One of them uses a weak voice, and the other one uses a convincing or a stronger voice. Let's read the first one. It says, I think computers are stupid. Okay, so if I was reading that, does that tell me why that person feels that way, or it doesn't give a lot of details, does it? Let's read it with the convincing voice. Computers can be a big help doing some tasks, but it's important to do more than just sit in front of a monitor all day. How about getting outside and playing with friends? So if I was reading both of those and I was trying to be convinced, I definitely would think this is going to be more details, and it explains more of why I should be doing something, okay? So down below, they're going to use a weak voice, and then you're going to write the strong voice, okay? Let's do one together. So we're going to read the sentence and make it stronger or better with more details. Here's the weak voice for number 1. Our cafeteria food is not very good. Okay, now I want to change that, and I want to try to explain to people why I feel that way. Okay, so I could give some examples of certain foods that weren't good. I could think of ways to make it better. Okay, so this is in your own words, guys. So everybody's writing is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to do this one together. So if I wanted to use a convincing voice, I could say, some of our cafeteria food tastes okay, but a lot of it tastes very bland, or bland means it doesn't taste very good. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. Okay, so I could change it, and I'm just going to change it into 2 sentences. If you can add 2 sentences here, that would be great. So I'm going to say, some of our cafeteria food, you can write this with me, some of our cafeteria food tastes okay. Okay, I wish it had more flavor. So I'm saying what I think it needs. I wish it had more flavor. I'm explaining why I don't care for it, okay? And I also would like more choices. I'm writing 3 sentences. I also would like more choices. You just come down here, guys. Would like, you probably write smaller than me, so like more choices. So I want you to add 2 or 3 sentences of your own words to make it better. Okay? So read the weak voice and then change it to explain it a little bit more. Okay? Number 2, the weak voice says, I think school sports are stupid. Okay, so you might want to talk about some things that are good about sports, okay? But also why you think there should be other things that are important as well, okay? You're just writing 2 sentences for each one, guys, okay? It's just your own words. You really can't do it wrong. So don't worry if there isn't a right answer. It's just your opinion. But you're adding more details, okay? All right, good job, guys.